damn it! Fucking Disney has gone and done something completely stupid. They're taking the best character in Star Wars. They already raped him by murdering him and making him a bitch. Now, the biggest controversy is the fact that his name isn't even going to be Han Solo anymore. Yes, you heard me right. According to Bob Iger, we're going to learn how he earns the name. So, from this little vague information, it seems like his name is something else, and Han Solo is now a given name. So it begs the question, who the fuck is writing this, and who the fuck is okaying this? Like, everything established about this character is being fucked in the ass by stupidity. Every motherfucker, oh, I want to put my little stamp on this, and I want to put my stamp on that. Look, it's an established fucking thing. Stop trying to ruin it, alright? I'm pissed off. We got a whole episode of World Class Bullshitters to go into, but I had to get this off my chest. This is retarded. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck you, everybody involved with this piece of shit. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, I hate episode 7, and I've bitched about it for going on 2 years now. But goddamn, this is literally the stupidest thing I've ever read on the internet, and I've been to Encyclopedia Dramatica and all these other websites. So, this show is going to be mired by my anger for the stupidity in the world. But, as always, welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is half the bullshitters, Dan Kane.
That was a good episode. See y'all next week.
The Dr. Phil Seitz.
I got the lotion and the tissues. Let's do this.
And the man with the short pants, Coach Loudy.
If you are what you eat, call me an asshole.
Shut up, bird.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
So now I know you guys hadn't heard about this Han Solo thing, so what's your reaction to it?
I think it's quite a way to go and fuck up a good thing. You know, we get this great story in episode 4 about, you know, being one with the Force, all this other bullshit, and then we get introduced to Han Solo, who, by the way, does shoot first for all you uneducated motherfuckers out there. And Disney's going to be like, well, we're going to take this guy who's supposed to be this anti-hero, and now we're going to, you know, fuck it all up and shit. You know, I can't wait to, oh, God, I fucking hate 2017 and 2016. And anything that was not, son of a fucking bitch.
Calm down, Loudy. We need you to stay alive for your trip to Florida.
Fine.
Dan, you're not a big Star Wars fan, but how retarded do you think this sounds?
Hey, you know what people think of when they think of Star Wars?
What?
Luke Skywalker. Let's change his name.
We'll change it to...
Darth Vader. No, he's not Darth Vader anymore. Now he's
Negro
Pony Bitch. Pony Bitch, yeah.
We'll name him Ampersand Cumberbund.
Han Solo. Han Quartet.
They're going to do something retarded. I know it. And the part that pisses me off is that everyone is going to be like, oh, if you don't like it, you're not a fan, stop bitching, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to defend anything Disney does. I mean, short of coming to your house, raping your mother anally and pouring sugar in your gas tank, these fans are just going to eat up anything that Disney does and stamps the word Star Wars on it. It could be fucking Star Wars The Gang Rape. And they're going to go, I'm going to take my kids and see it 17 times and buy every action figure because I'm a fucking idiot. Where's the line going to be drawn? Like, for me, the line was drawn 2 years ago. I don't have faith in any of this new shit. And it's like they're testing me personally. How much stupider can they make Star Wars? And how much more can I get annoyed that people are eating this shit up? And the answer is a lot.
And Disney says right there, hold my beer.
Yeah. You know what, Disney? There's one thing you can't fuck up, and that's James Bond, because your ass doesn't own it.
Yet.
I don't think they'll ever buy it because watch them
because they shouldn't.
Well, James Bond's independently owned by like a family, and other bigger companies distribute it and shit. So hopefully they never sell out. But
James Bond. This just in: Disney buys James Bond, repackages as a female. Danny Brown.
I might
a lesbian female.
This just in: Disney buys James Bond. They changed the character's name to Neo.
This just in: Jeff Hicks burns down Disney Studios. Everyone inside dies.
This just in: there's no more Magic Kingdom now either. Son of a bitch.
It ain't that magical. I've been there.
This just
I
in:
know.
Disney apparently burned her to the ground. Everybody's dead.
You know, it's like it. I don't know if anyone's seen Escape Plan or anyone cares, but it's like that. But it's like that part of the movie where Stallone looks at the guy and says, "I'm gonna burn this fucking place to the ground." I can just see Jeff going in there and fucking raising hell and doing that. And the first thing he says, "I'm gonna burn this fucking place to the ground."
It's going to be like that scene in The Warriors with Turnbull ACs where they have a bus full of people and they're driving down the street screaming. It's just going to be being by myself, just screaming as I drive a bus through the studio, and I smack every fucking child actor and Kurt Russell lookalike and just everybody in the fucking face. It's going to not be pretty.
That's not fair. I want to go.
Fine, if you want to go down in a blaze of glory, you're more than welcome to. We'll just, we'll go shit in all the toilets and not flush too.
A blaze of glory holes.
Upper decker, motherfuckers.
That's our battle cry. Upper Decker! All right, so this is episode 65 of World Class Bullshitters, the podcast that's a podcast. And as I said earlier, we're running really thin tonight. So we're going to do our best to present you with an entertaining episode. Hopefully this isn't your first episode of World Class Bullshitters, because I highly recommend you go listen to another one.
That's great.
When you listen to this show, the Power Rangers movie will have been out, and none of us will have seen it because fuck that movie. It looks so stupid. But I put a little teaser video of a review up on our YouTube channel, so if you listen to this podcast exclusively and you don't check out the other content, make sure you go and check out my 10-second review. It'll be the best 10 seconds of your day. And if you have to watch an ad on it, don't, because it's not really worth watching an ad plus another 10 seconds.
Not gonna lie, I was having a shitty day at work, and then I got the notification on my phone, because I make sure I get notifications when we post videos, and got the notification that you did a review, and I was like, well, I didn't think he was going to waste his money on this movie, and sure as shit, he didn't waste his money on this movie, but it was probably one of the best fucking reviews I've ever seen in my life. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. A lot of people are showing me a lot of love for it.
I'm actually going to see it Sunday. Which movie would you rather me buy a ticket for? Because that's what I'm going to do.
Go buy a ticket for the Belko Experiment.
Yes. Support that movie.
Oh, you mean The Purge in the Workplace?
Yeah.
Hey,
Place.
it works.
The Wurge.
The Purge.
The Splurge.
It could be the Splooge, but that's a different movie that no one wants to see.
Way-ho.
So let's talk about.
Speak for yourself.
You want to watch a movie where it just blows a load for 2 hours?
Yes.
If it's all over women, yeah,
If
go
it's
for
the
it.
same load for 2 hours, that would be impressive.
I just love Loudy's response. Yes.
Well, we don't have Curtis here to look at any cocks, so Loudy's picking up the slack.
So who's gonna be the bigoted motherfucker in this one?
Well, that's also Curtis. So Loudy, can you drop a few derogatory words that your grandma would turn red in the face from hearing?
Absolutely, as long as the kikes and heaves don't have to hear about it.
There you go. This is officially a podcast.
Shut up,
Well-
Dyke Zuckerberg.
Before we get into all our regular bullshit, let's talk about the listener of the week. So a big shout out goes to Brian Lape. Now, over the weekend, Brian Lape met up with us, and we were at the premiere of the Strip Club Massacre down in Atlanta, and we had a phenomenal time. We ate, we drank, we were merry, and Nick and Phil got into a fight, so it was a lot of fun.
We did shots together.
We did lots of shots. Okay. I did 2, you did 3, he did a few. We drank. It was a great night. So I was going to give a shout out to Nick and say, hopefully by your next movie, we'll have more people show up. So good job, Nick.
High five, Nick. Thanks for being here today.
Utam.
I'm glad he's here.
Also, I was worried that Brian Lape was going to dislike me because the first thing I do when he rolls up is I have a bottle of wine in my hand and I look like a raging alcoholic.
Dude,
He's like, hey,
You
what's
can't-
up, guys?
you can't
Just
deny
like,
it.
glug, glug, glug.
Here's the thing,
I wish-
Loudy, the beer was $7.50. The wine, a whole bottle of wine was $15. I thought, instead of
You
drinking
might as well go with the wine.
That's what I did. And I got a good little buzz. We walked over to the restaurant and I drank a lot more. But that's going to be my goal for Florida. I'm just going to buy a lot of wine because it gets the job done quick.
you know what? He
And no
can't
hangover.
say anything because he reviews beer on his channel.
Until
You
he
look
drinks a bottle of wine in front of me, I'm going to hold myself embarrassed.
You looking like a raging alcoholic is probably like Tuesday for him.
I tried to get him to drink a lot more. He only did the one shot, and then he only drank one beer.
He's also like 165 pounds, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something like 100 years old. I was
Oh!
like, damn.
that's Joel, man. We can't replace Joel with Brian Lape. Think of it.
But he's
No.
old. But Brian Leaf is older than Joel.
Yeah, but Joel's in that sweet spot of super geriatric. One joke to Brian Lape, he might just blow away like that knight at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
We might as well replace Joel. He's never on the show.
You know, that really wouldn't be a bad idea if we did get one of our fans to be a regular replacement. I'm sure they'd be here all the time. Listeners,
Oh, brain muff. There you go.
listeners out there, if you would love to be a regular on World Class Bullshitters, maybe we'll have
Support
an
our
audition.
Patreon.
Yeah, we're going to do a Patreon, but down the road, maybe we'll have some auditions. And then when people say, how did you get on the show? I was a listener, and I loved their show, and now I'm on the show. And you'll get all the benefits of being on this show, like hearing it live as we record it, and paying full price for t-shirts.
Yeah.
American Idol bullshitters. I could be Simon Cowell. Fuck you, you dickhole.
Yeah, dog,
wanna
it's a
be
no
on-
from me.
If you want to be on the show, just send us an email. What's an email, Jeff?
I think it's worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
.com.
Fuck you, Loudy, my line.
I just took it, bitch.
Speaking of cheap plugs, last week Curtis Lendenfield came up with an awesome t-shirt idea.
.com.
And the good folks over at incarnate-studios.com decided to make a Gay for Gosling t-shirt. So if you go over there right now, you can either go to the World Class Bullshitters page or the main t-shirt page, and you can find the Gay for Gosling t-shirt in a rainbow of colors. It goes from it goes from small to 5XL. So no matter how big and how gay you are, there's a shirt for you.
I got that t-shirt.
Also, if you have a morbid sense of humor like all of us do, there is a Bud Dwyer Suicide King t-shirt. If you don't know who Bud Dwyer is, do not watch the video, but read the Wikipedia page. So what they have is a Budweiser parody shirt, but instead of Budweiser King of Beers, it's Bud Dwyer King of Suicide, or Suicide King. So check it out. It's awesome. It's morbid. The design is my personal favorite. And don't watch the fucking video.
I wouldn't say don't watch the video. Watch the video at your own discretion, because it's literally the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and I will never forget it.
Play Hey Man Nice Shot while you're watching it.
They did write that song about him.
Exactly. So that's why you
might want to do a couple shots before you watch that video too.
He did one shot.
No, look, shut up! One shot. No, look at listeners. This is the official stance. Unless you are really morbid, don't watch it. Just read the Wikipedia page, buy the T-shirt, and if people say that's a fucked up shirt, say yeah, I got it at incarnatestudios.com. I'm also gay for Gosling.
Studios. Goddamn.
I love that you said gay for Gosling in a rainbow of colors. You fags.
Hey, that's what I wrote on the website. It says available in a rainbow of colors, and I also used a flaming font for the words "gay for Gosling." So I don't know if you're going to find it clever or offensive. Either way, buy the fucking thing.
It's going to be offensively clever.
Dion already pre-ordered about 30 of these. He plans on wearing one a day, every day.
I told him that since he pre-ordered a shirt, I will have many small ones made for D2, just so you know they can match a father-son duo.
I bet Hillary would love to go out in public with them wearing their Gosling t-shirts.
I bet.
Hers can say Les for fucking Wendy Shaw or something.
No, it should say Les for Jones, and it's a black Leslie Jones t-shirt. I'm making that. That's awesome, Les for Jones.
If you really want to fuck with her, just give her a Les for Schumer shirt.
Come on, I have standards.
Okay, my bad.
I will make a t-shirt about a man shooting himself on national television. I will have a shirt poking fun at Ryan Gosling, but I will not make shirts about trash.
Is it really making fun of Ryan Gosling or the person buying the shirt?
Look, if you have a good sense of humor, you'll buy this shirt, okay?
Exactly. I mean, he's a good-looking guy. What's there to make fun of?
Well, Curtin wants to suck his
whatever Dion said last week about him.
Something about the Ryan Gosling buttholes. That's all I remember from last week's show.
Yeah, I think he said he wanted to rub his dick all over Ryan Gosling's abs.
Some bullshit like that.
It would be like rubbing your dick on your own leg. It wouldn't feel like anything. It's just fucking skin.
He doesn't care. It's Ryan fucking Gosling.
Hashtag jiggity woohoo.
Woohoo!
Yeah, never. I just don't understand the obsession with like dudes wanting to fuck him. I mean, I get that everyone thinks he's good looking, but I find it bizarre that straight men with children would legitimately stick their dick in Ryan Gosling's holes.
You know why you don't get it?
Because I'm not gay.
Because you're straight.
Okay, cool. Somebody has to be on this podcast. That's
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
All right, so that was our shout out to the listener of the week, Brian Lape. Listeners, if you ever want to meet the bullshitters, we'll always announce where we're going to be as a group, and we will probably drive you home if there's space in the car and we're not completely drunk, because we drove Brian Lape home, and it was It was a fun car ride. I really hope that you read the comments section to see what he has to say about the trip. Also, he has a video up about his review of Strip Club Massacre. And, you know, it was a great assessment. It's pretty much my opinions on the film. It was a lot of fun, though. It was a great experience. Not as great as The Avengers, you know, as an experience, but Strip Club Massacre is definitely top 5 theater-going moments of my life.
I, for one, cannot wait to purchase this from Nick when
Did you
we
not
all
see
get
the
to
disclaimer on the back of the DVD? No one named Eric will ever own this film.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Better change your name, Loudy.
Yeah. Change your name to Derek Dowderfack. See,
No,
that
just
worked.
change your name to Louderback.
Change his name to Derek in his back.
That's a long name.
Yeah, I mean, I've
That's
already got a
in his mouth.
yeah.
Derek
what?
in his back, Louderback.
All right,
I-
so let's talk about some news because next week it's irrelevant. So I'm going to go first with the news. So the Justice League poster was released today, and it looks exactly, and I mean exactly, with the exception of the actual shape of the A, like the Avengers poster. Now, if you notice, there's quite a few other similarities as well. The color scheme is essentially like I guess it's monochromatic. It's a black and bluish color scheme. But the thing that's bothering me the most is that each poster has one word on it, okay? The Avengers says assemble, and the Justice League says unite. So they're essentially synonyms. So it's the same fucking poster with a different logo. It's the biggest ripoff I've ever seen. So what I want to ask you guys is now, with these similarities, what else is DC going to rip off from Marvel? Are they going to fucking take the plot structure? Are they going to steal the action scenes? And is all of a sudden DC going to be funny? So tell me what you guys think.
I have one thing to say.
Mhm.
They will never steal the quality of the films because they've already thrown that in the garbage.
Thank you, Zack Snyder.
I mean, personally, they're gonna. I want to know who's gonna be the Tony Stark of the Justice League. Who's that?
Batman.
The Flash?
It's Batman, you fucking tard.
How is he a fucking tard? Batman has no personality in these movies. Tony Stark's
He doesn't
fun.
have a personality, but he's got all the money. He's the
Great.
billionaire
He's got all the
playboy
money, but there's no
philanthropist.
fucking personality.
Who's going to be the alcoholic?
Not everybody
Me.
can be CM Punk.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a dick.
because they won't lose in 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Hey, which
Oh.
isn't there a shirt for that on Incarnate Studios?
There is. There's a shirt for everybody and everything, so get your asses over there and help support the channel.
Incarnate-studios.com.
Because what's happening is YouTube, we'll talk about this more on the next week's show, but YouTube is really cracking down on a lot of their bullshit. So if you like us, make sure you do, we'll talk about that next week. Let's get back into this news, though, guys. The Justice League. The posters, like I said, it's a ripoff of the Avengers. Do you think that people are going to be dumb enough to not pick up on the similarities and just eat this up like it's something new? Or do you think mainstream audiences are going to finally wake up and go, this is a lot like the movie that came out 5 years ago that was superior in every way. I'm just going to go home and watch this instead.
Oh, dude, absolutely, they're gonna fucking eat it up because because you're gonna get all those fucking people that were like, oh, Suicide Squad was good, and oh, Batman versus Superman was good, so this is gonna be good too, and they're just gonna fucking eat it up because that's exactly what fucking DC wants them to do. They want them to fucking eat that shit up so that they can line their goddamn pocketbooks, and they don't care what the fuck the score is as long as they're making a goddamn dollar. They don't give a shit about the quality.
Well, it is shit, so you are 100% right. Dan?
Nobody's going to fucking say a word. DC fanboys are going to be like, oh, it's so original. This is going to be a great movie. And they're going to watch it 10, 15, 20 times an hour because they fucking bought all the tickets. And
Well, there's a trailer that comes out on Saturday, and you know that I'm going to watch it and give you my thoughts. I loved the Justice League cartoon when I was in grade school. I enjoy the DC characters traditionally, but this movie needs the Green Lantern. It doesn't need Cyborg, and it needs to not be so... It looks so small scale and boring, and the action scenes look so cheap and fake. Like, say what you want about the Marvel movies, they're very sprawling when it comes to, like, the big shit. Like, every Avengers movie looks like $1 billion. Like, all the money that's in that budget looks like it's up on the screen. And the CGI is spot on. Everything looks real. It looks like real locations. Like, okay, I bet you a lot of people that have seen the first Avengers don't know that most of the New York shit was shot on a green screen stage, but it looks phenomenal. just in a little snippet from the Justice League trailer. There's a teaser for a trailer, which is retarded. Anyway, it was a scene of Batman standing on a gargoyle looking down at Commissioner Gordon. That looked so fake. Like, I know he really wasn't outside in the rain, but it looks like he was in a room with a roof. Like, Zack Snyder, fuck you, dude, okay? Your style does not translate well to the DC universe. Watchmen is not that great of a movie. 300, I hate that movie. A lot of people like it, so I really can't say it's a bad movie. I personally don't like it. But you've made shit, okay? You've made one movie I think is decent, and it ain't a DC movie. So I'm banking on the vocal minority on the internet will finally speak up, stop fucking with Shia LaBeouf's flag, and get out there and tell people how shitty this is. But we got one more DC. What?
As I say, I disagree. I think it's just going to be like Batman vs. Superman. Everybody's going to jump on the bandwagon. And they're going to stay there. And they're going to, oh, it's great. And the critics are going, oh, it's fantastic because they're paid to do so. But, I don't.
But Phil,
I don't
Batman
see
v
this.
Superman has a 26% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and didn't make that much money.
Well, see, Phil kind of took the beginning part away from me. I do agree. I feel like it is going to be like Batman vs Superman, but the only thing that I think it's going to do is it's going to fucking focus very little on storyline as Batman vs Superman did, and they're going to spend all their goddamn movie on shitty CGI fight scenes.
Well, and that was my biggest thing about Batman vs. That's the one biggest thing I hated about Batman vs Superman. Everything was on a green screen. And if you watch the behind-the-scenes features, they really are on green screen for everything. When Marvel makes a movie, they build a whole fucking set. Yeah, there's pieces that are green screen, but it's mostly they build an entire set.
So are you telling me that the Guardians of the Galaxy aren't actually in outer space?
What?
I don't believe you.
I said most Marvel movies.
Because you've ruined my fucking perception of reality right now, okay? There better be a talking tree out there waiting for me.
Speaking of which, can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'd rather watch that over Justice League.
Yeah.
Well, it comes first.
That's out in what, 4 weeks? No, 8 weeks?
May, right?
Yeah, May 5th. So we're getting close. It's almost April.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Look,
It'll be a good time.
listeners, we're not trying to be completely downtrodden on DC. If this movie's amazing, I'll be the first one to say, hey, I was wrong. This movie kicked ass. I've said it in the past before. I thought Rogue One was going to suck dick. I think it's the fucking... Is it the 4th best Star Wars movie? It ain't as good as the original trilogy, but it's better than the prequels, I guess. And it's way better than that piece of shit Episode 7. My point is, I'm not too proud to admit when I'm wrong. But I do have a good eye.
But he will admit it.
I will admit it, but I am good at picking out... I'm pretty good at, like, analyzing pop culture. I wish there was a job where I could predict this shit and get paid based on my performance. Because I'd be driving a fucking Aston Martin, okay? Calling it now. Power Rangers... Gonna make some decent money this weekend. Overall, not gonna do that big, especially overseas.
Not the goddamn $3 store.
No, it's not the goddamn $3 store. Okay, so the next piece of news. Woody Harrelson has revealed the mysterious character he's playing in the upcoming Han Solo, quote-unquote, because that may not be his fucking name anymore, spin-off film. In an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Harrelson said he's playing a criminal and longtime mentor of Han Solo, who goes by the name of Beckett. Yay.
I read about him in the trilogy, didn't I?
No, you didn't. I don't know, maybe
No?
you did. I only read the first one, Hutt's Gambit.
Yeah, I think that he talked a lot about him in the third one.
I just don't need to know about where Han Solo comes from. It was cool when he just literally appears in the first original Star Wars film. They're in a bar. We need a pilot. Han Solo, Captain Millennium Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system. Boom. He's introduced. The story goes on from there. He develops as a character. That's why he's interesting. I don't need to know why. He's really not even that dark of a character. He's really not that damaged. He's just like a fun, swashbuckling, cocky guy. You know?
He's a scrubby nerf herder.
Yeah, who's scruffy looking?
Mom.
Now I have a question.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dan.
How many other Harrison Ford characters are going to get raped on screen now? Because we had Indiana Jones. We have Han Solo, quote unquote.
I
Ready
can't,
for-
Who's next?
Get ready for
can't
Air
wait.
Force 2.
I can't wait for Star Wars or South Park to make the parody of him getting raped again.
Oh.
I would
Don't
like
Why
make
are
me
they
sad.
doing this to you,
Harrison Ford's
Indy?
I'd like to think somewhere Harrison Ford's like, Jesus Christ, come on, what did I do?
He almost hit a 747.
Yeah, this is his penance for his plane crashes. Dude, Dan, to answer your question, I'd like to see them make a sequel to The Fugitive where it turns out the one-armed man got off on a technicality and he just rapes him with a fucking prosthetic arm for 2 hours.
Jesus
No lube,
Christ.
fucking dry, the claw part tearing his asshole and his esophagus and everything out, and it's just that's how I feel when they do dumb shit like this. It's like I'm being raped by a prosthetic arm. Just everything's coming out. It's like at the end of it, I'm just hollow on the inside. I don't care.
Or a crowbar.
I'll tell you
They're
this:
gonna,
if there was
they're
no
gonna
role
rape
class
his Blade Runner
bullshitters, I
character.
would not see 90% of the fucking movies I do because I don't give a shit about them.
Doesn't it hurt?
No, I feel like I've grown up as an adult. The shit I'm interested in is not the big budget movies, the shit like that everybody wants to talk about because all of a sudden it's popular, so they're fucking fans. I've been burnt out on it, man. With the exception of some of the Marvel movies, I haven't seen like a quality blockbuster in a long time.
yes, Loudy, rape hurts.
He would
You
know.
don't say.
He's done it many a time in Columbus.
He asked if it hurts.
Shh. It's okay,
Hey,
guys.
listeners, if we can get 100 thumbs up on this video, I'll tell you this time Loudy got arrested for drug trafficking in Cleveland. So give us.
He got arrested for drug trafficking? You gotta do that.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story if we get 100 thumbs up.
Woo!
Gotta get that 100, guys.
Yeah, or else the story ain't happening. Speaking of stories that are depressingly fake, I wish, it looks like Ubisoft is going to make an Assassin's Creed television show.
Why?
Because everyone loved the fucking movie, so we're dying for more.
They did?
Because the film did wonderful.
It was
I'm going to look it up right now.
It was
I've
the
actually pulled
greatest
it up here.
box office achievement of 2016. Everyone in my family went to see that movie. My grandma went out and bought a PlayStation 3 just to play the first Assassin's Creed because she said she wanted to get in on the ground floor of the franchise because she was that hooked after Michael Fassbender's amazing performance. Said
I
no
can
one
see Grandma
ever.
Hicks doing
Who
that.
the fuck saw this stupid movie?
I've got the facts here if you want them.
All right, fact check away, motherfucker.
It technically it was successful. Budget was 125 million. The box office was 241.4 million.
And we gotta
So from my financial standpoint, it was successful.
gotta take in marketing. A budget does not include marketing. It's usually a film has to make 2.5 times its budget back to be considered like
Sure.
breaking even.
Which means this is just under breaking even.
That's why we're not going to see another Assassin's Creed film.
Wow, it's got a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
My grandma didn't think it was a 17% film. So
Audience score was only 50%.
I think you can make a good video game movie, but you're getting the wrong people. You need to get someone that enjoys the property, and you need to adapt it. For example, you can make a phenomenal Contra movie. You just make Rambo and Commando and Predator rolled up into one and just make that. I don't need to hear about I don't need a 4-hour movie about how the aliens decided to colonize Earth. No, I need a movie about two motherfuckers roided out shooting shit in the jungle. Just, these video games have awesome things to adapt. Zelda would make a great movie. You could make a Lord of the Rings style saga based on the Ocarina of Time.
That would be awesome.
Logically-
I would love to watch that.
So would I.
Logically, think about it. What will be, make your prediction, what will be the first successful video game movie?
Well, we've already had successful ones, Phil. All the Resident Evil ones are financially successful. They're not good.
Yeah, I don't count them because they're garbage.
You can't not count. I'm looking. Why don't you say it like this? What's the next?
I'm talking about an actual good movie. What
Um,
is the next good video game movie? Not
House of the Dead
successful,
2 by
but-
UA Bowl.
Shut up, Dan.
I'm with that. No,
Fuck you.
I think if they do it right, I think they can make an awesome Mortal Kombat movie because I don't think the first Mortal Kombat movie is bad.
It's not bad.
I think it's a I think
Dated.
it's a really solid movie. You could do a George Lucas special edition and re-release that in theaters, meaning you fix all the CGI, punch up the blood a little bit, keep the same music, and there you go. $10 million into a movie, you repackage it, you could sell it. I would go see it again. I saw it the first time. It was cool.
I would.
I'd watch
Did you ever
that.
see the Mortal Kombat Legacy ones that were independently done?
I did not. How are they?
Those were actually really great.
See, Phil, Mortal Kombat should be back.
And
Because
they were independently financed.
I
So?
don't think we have enough martial arts movies that are hitting the theaters.
You know, the Mortal Kombat TV show wasn't too bad either.
The cartoon?
I thought they did a live action TV show at one point.
I think you and Phil are thinking the exact same thing.
It was a web series.
No, because I remember watching it. Because oh no, you're right. I'm thinking the cartoon series. Because the cartoon series at the end of the videotape had like the behind the scenes for the movie. That's where I got confused.
Oh. Don't you miss when videotapes would have those little features at the end? Like, you watch the whole movie, you watch the credits, and it'd be like, and now, behind the scenes look at the making of Mortal Kombat. And it was
Yes,
like, Mortal Kombat!
And fucking 7-8-year-old Loudy loved that shit.
I'd love to have hung out with 8-year-old Loudy.
Oh, dude, 8-year-old Loudy and like 9-year-old Jeff would have been fucking thick as thieves, man. Just like now.
Did you like Nintendo 64?
I loved Nintendo 64.
And we would have been buddies.
However, my very first gaming system I ever owned was a Super Nintendo because that's what I asked for my 10th birthday.
Wait, you asked for a Super Nintendo in like the year 2000?
I did.
I wish you could see my face right now. You almost jumped the entire N64 era. You asked for a system 9 years after it came out.
Well, see, here's the thing. My family didn't have a lot of money, and I wanted a gaming system for my room, so...
It was $99 for an N64.
Yeah, we moved every 2 years because we were renting houses.
I understand financial stuff. I had a mom who busted her ass.
But it's $100.
It's a $99 system.
The same Super Nintendos are more expensive than that now.
Yeah, now they weren't in 2000.
Dan was with me when I rebought a Super Nintendo, the Super Nintendo Junior. I paid $70 for it. Worth every dollar, Dan.
Yes, it was.
But see, the thing was, some of my favorite games were on the Super Nintendo. And the sad thing is, I don't own that Super Nintendo anymore, and those games are gone.
I still have my Super Nintendo.
The only thing I want to...
That sounds like a you problem.
I just want to get back
It
to
is a me problem.
So it was the year 2000. The Rock was the WWF champion. The PlayStation 2 was about to be released. Because when's your birthday?
March 7th.
Okay, your birthday's in March. So the PlayStation 2 was a mere 7 months away. The GameCube was already publicly announced. The Xbox was a thing coming out the following year. And Loudy wanted a Super Nintendo. The thing that came out when fucking Ross Perot was running for the presidency.
Ross Perot.
How backwards were you?
Well, the next day I woke up and said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
You're going way far back, man. Look, at next year for your birthday, I'm going to get you a Game Boy Color, and you better be happy.
Dude, I had a Game Boy Advance.
You gotta
get that shit. I'm getting him a Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo he doesn't have anymore.
Dude, I had a Game Boy Advance.
Like yesterday, you just bought one?
No, fucker. I got that, I think, for my God, I think that was my 12th birthday.
24th.
2002.
I only had like 1 or 2 games for it. One was Pokemon, and the other one was Mario Tennis.
So you got that system a year after it came out. Okay, that's acceptable. Look at 9 years. Come on, man. What game were you wanting to play that was in 2D?
Super Mario World.
Dude, Mech Warrior was the shit.
That was on the PlayStation.
No. There was a Super Nintendo one.
Yes, but
oh god, my brother and I would play it all the time. God damn if I can remember, because there was a versus mode in there too, and you would go around, and you could your small little 2D character could take control of the fucking like mech warriors that were in there. Oh man, I have to find. Give me 1 second. I have to find
that exact same game.
It's called Mech Warrior.
Yeah, and there was
came out in 1993.
Exactly.
But then there's a PlayStation version, Mech Warrior 2, which I had. I can still remember the fucking music. That was a good game.
It was.
Back in 2000, I had a Game Boy Color, and I had like 4 different Zelda games, and that was it.
You mean 3?
Or 3? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's all that existed. In 2000,
and a Mario game.
In the year 2000, because Dan's going to be able to match this, I had an N64, a PlayStation, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo, a Game Boy Color, and that was it. I had a Sega Genesis that I didn't use.
Back in 2000, I had an NES, an SNES, an N64, a Virtual Boy, a Game Boy.
You had a Virtual Boy?
I had a Virtual Boy and a Sega
Wow.
Genesis.
You know, Dan, in the future, people are gonna look at you and go, "You bought a Wii U?" You go,
I didn't buy it.
Then they'll go, "Oh, you had a Virtual Boy too. This guy's crazy. Don't touch him."
I didn't buy my Wii U. It was given to me.
I have-
I know, but you still had the desire to own that. That's the only reason I'm making the joke. I get it. You didn't pay
I think it's funny. I
Don't
own
give me
every,
shit.
I
You
own
got
every
hours of
Nintendo
fun out of that.
console. I own every Nintendo console. I've never paid for one of them.
I own all but one of them, and I'm not going back to get a Wii U because I have the Switch and
Oh, that's right.
at least all the good.
I don't own them at all anymore. I don't have a Switch.
Oh well.
I just want to repurchase the N64 so I can play my N64 games. That's all I want to do. I know you do.
Hey, Loudy.
Yeah.
Next birthday. You got. I'll get you the first model too, so it'll just be like 1996 all over again.
Oh, dude, you know me, man. You know me.
I'm gonna get you a VCR for Christmas.
I already have one of those.
Do you
Now
have
you can have
Spider-Man
two.
on it?
No, VCR record rewinder.
Oh, I actually have one of those. I'm gonna give you all the old shit technology I have. I'm not even gonna ask you if you want it. I know where you live. I'm just gonna leave it on your front step. There you go. There it is. Brian's
No,
like,
just-
if you got any old technology, will you just throw it at Loudy's house? I'll give you his address, just right through the fucking windows.
God, no, just ding dong ditch it, man, so I can open and be like, well, it was either Jeff or Brian was one of those two, man.
Oh
I'm gonna
man,
leave you-
free.
I'm gonna leave you a box that says Boner Jams 03 on it, and it's just gonna be
Oh.
like old VCRs with no.
Dude, those
ports.
are the best jams.
We'll give you a fucking tube TV.
Oh, I have one down here somewhere.
I have one in my
I'm gonna
office.
put an N64 box on your porch and I'm gonna shit in it.
Oh, that's depressing. I was hoping I'd get an N64 out of it. No,
I'm
I'm just
gonna
gonna get Phil's life.
I'm gonna give you an N64 box with an NES in it.
Shit, that'd be a lot of fun.
No, Super Nintendo.
No.
So, Phil, you got some news.
That might be a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start out with the director of the new Power Rangers movie sat down for an interview. During the interview, he revealed that Trini, not sure how you would pronounce that, but
I
it's
think it's pronounced Chinky.
wow. Okay, hey Dustin, how you doing?
Doing good.
Trini, the Yellow Ranger, has a scene in the movie where, while conversating with the other Rangers, she comes to grips with her sexual orientation. In other words, she comes out of the closet to the other Rangers. Why?
Because it's a thing.
Things all over the place, man.
Why
So,
I'm so tired of
The
this
Yellow
whole
Ranger is
person.
gonna commit suicide again.
Life imitating art.
Nailed it.
They do say impressions are the most sincerest form of flattery.
So that's why nobody here is going to do an impression of Dustin or Dion, right?
Oh, I thought I was being Dustin or Curtis. Damn it,
That would be a
You're being-
terrible movie. Instead of being John Malkovich, being Cuckin McNeese.
dude.
It's just
I'm not gonna
2
lie, I think I
hours
would-
of like you staring at dicks on the internet and watching really fucked up porn.
I think I would go to see that movie.
Don't forget beating your wife.
That's
Only
the
once or
sequel.
5 times.
In other news, Disney has announced the names of the classic cartoons that they've begun the process of recreating into live-action films. With the success of Cinderella, The Jungle Book, and now the massive worldwide opening of $350 million of Beauty and the Beast, they would actually be foolish not to continue making these live-action films. Disney has revealed that we had talked about it, I think, last week. Tim Burton is set to direct the live-action Dumbo movie. They've also revealed that they are going to make live-action versions of Sword in the Stone, written and produced by Game of Thrones producer Brian Cogman. A Snow White, a live-action Aladdin, 101 Dalmatians film starring Emma Stone as Cruella de Vil.
They already made a live-action version of 101 Dalmatians in like 1997, starring Glenn Close.
Yeah, they're gonna reboot it.
A reboot or remake? Okay.
Yeah, a live-action Mulan.
Mwah.
Mwah. Winnie the Pooh, where the child lead character Christopher Robbins is all grown up and goes back to see I don't know what you call them, but Winnie the Pooh and Friends.
Back in 100
I don't
Acre
know what
Wood.
you call them.
They usually got nicknames for groups in cartoon movies. I never watched Winnie the Pooh, so.
The gang.
I used to. Yeah, the gang.
I just want to say to you, Phil, right now, every film you're reading to me is a guaranteed, no, I'm not going to see this in theaters.
Yeah, I figured. The only one I'd like to see is Aladdin.
I don't really want a movie about a crazy Muslim dude kidnap a girl. Plus,
I wonder if Michael Bay is going to direct it and there's going to be a ton of explosions.
Look, all joking aside, you can't replace Robin Williams as the genie, so there's no reason for me to ever watch it.
Nope.
That's another film on the list. They plan on doing a prelude,
Prequel?
yeah, of the story of how Genie got into the lamp.
Jesus Christ, why?
Yeah, I know. I don't get that one. They want to do another Peter Pan film, even though there's like 5 of them, based on the original animation from 1953, not a side story or adaptation. Pinocchio.
A what?
What'd you say?
I said there better be Indians in that Peter Pan movie. Oh.
Pinocchio, The Jungle Book 2.
Ugh.
Sleeping Beauty, where Angelina Jolie will reprise her role as the villain Maleficent.
Ugh.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
What? No! No!
Why?
Yeah, they're gonna Alvin and the Chipmunks it.
If they do Darkwing Duck, I may have to see that one.
A live action Darkwing Duck.
Let's Get Dangerous 2020. Jeff is there,
Yep.
okay? Better have the fucking theme song and everything.
Sold.
A live action film featuring the demon Chernobog from Fantasia. A Mary Poppins sequel, Mary Poppins Returns, starring Emily Blunt, is set to release on Christmas Day 2018.
She comes
Which
back and the kids are all drug addicts.
To believe somebody talked about a couple weeks ago.
That'd be a good twist, laddie.
So
What a twist.
that's the list.
It's shit.
She got him addicted to cough syrup at a young age. Because a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, and that's how they got
medicine is
fucking
now
addicted.
Crack.
You what?
My medicine is now crack. Mommy, what
Please,
does
Mom,
basic
can I have
mean?
some more?
You want more?
Yes.
Speaking of lists, I found a list of all internationally released video game films if you would like to see some terrible ratings.
Sure, what the hell? We need we're only 42 minutes in, and we need some content, so let's go for that.
The first one listed is the instant classic Super Mario Brothers,
Oh, yes.
with a beautiful 15% on Rotten Tomato, which is incidentally actually one of the highest numbers you'll see.
Oh god damn it.
Next up
God
is
damn it.
Double Dragon in 1994 with an astounding 8.
Dude, that was a phenomenal cartoon, though.
These are movies, Loudy.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think positive.
This movie had
Next-
Robert Patrick in a
Next
fucking
up
Vanilla
is-
Ice wig. Seriously.
Next up is Street Fighter, also in 1994, with a 15%, very moderate.
I saw
Followed
that.
by Mortal Kombat, which is 34.
The first one or the second one?
First one, because Annihilation has a 3.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow!
That's a nice drop off right there.
Oh Jesus Christ! Like, was it 90%?
Pretty much. Next up, we have Pokemon the first movie,
Oh.
which you would think, since Pokemon, it would have something a lot better than 14%.
Wow.
My mom cried in that movie.
She was touched.
when Ash died and all the Pokemon cried and their tears brought him back to life.
I was kind of hoping that their tears would just drown him even more.
Next up, Wing Commander in March of 1999 with an incredibly abysmal 10%. I've actually seen this movie. It's bad.
How
I
bad
have not
is
seen it.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Bad enough.
It was so bad.
Pokemon 2000 is next with a 15, so it went up at least.
I personally thought that movie was worse than the first one.
Next up is Pokemon 3 with a 22, so...
Wait, there was a third one?
That's
there's like 6.
God damn. Why?
Now we're back to live action with Lara Croft Tomb Raider at a 20. So, hey.
Quick side note about this movie. I drove my bike to the Danbury to go see it in, what was that, 2001?
Yes.
2001. Because I hated this movie within the first 10 minutes so much that I walked out and saw the Fast and Furious instead. Best
Good
decision
job.
I ever made.
Good job. Speaking of 2001, Pokemon 4 Ever was a month later at 14%.
Ew.
Next up is the highest rated movie on this list,
Resident Evil.
Final Fantasy.
Spirit Within.
The Spirits Within at 44%.
I liked that movie.
You would.
Well, yeah, I'm a Final Fantasy mark.
Would you like my copy of it on DVD?
If you don't want it.
I think it's still in the wrapping.
Oh, wow.
No,
I
I does not want it.
The only thing I didn't like about that movie is because when the movie came out, I was just playing like Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and I was expecting that. And then I get something that totally doesn't follow the canon as far as what I was aware of whatsoever. And at the time, I didn't like it, but like now it's like, it wasn't that bad.
Well, Loudy, just keep going, Dan.
Speaking of bad, the first Resident Evil movie, 34%.
The only thing I remember about the first Resident Evil movie is that Rammstein had a track on the soundtrack.
I liked your first name for it, Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Resident. Now we have Pokemon Heroes, which is what, the 5th Pokemon on this list now?
I guess
Sure.
so.
And it's gone up so much from 14 to 16.
Dude, progression, man.
That animation. Next, we got Lara Croft again with the Cradle of Life at 24. And then we have the best video game movie ever made. House of the Dead. 4%.
Woo.
Well, it's still higher than Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Resident Evil Apocalypse is next at 21, followed by Alone in the Dark at the incredibly inflated number of 1.
Anyone ever play the game?
No.
What the? Is there any movie with a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes?
There are a few that have NAs.
Phil, find some.
I have the whole list right here.
Of 0% Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, that no, just
That's
video games.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we have Doom. Doom? 19?
Oh, good for The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock couldn't even save that movie.
Then we got Blood Rain, which brings the average back down with a 4.
That was that really shitty looking like vampire one, right? That was like a
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay.
Then we got Silent Hill at 29, which, yeah,
I like that movie.
the first one was pretty good.
The part where the chick,
I like the first one.
where the barbed wire goes into her vagina and splits her in two. That's quality cinema.
Yeah. Yes.
I like the part where we might be thinking the same part, and I just didn't realize that. But yeah, she gets like the thing grabs her legs and fucking tears her in half.
Yes, Lottie, that's the
Because-
exact same scene.
No, didn't it also rip her skin off?
Yes.
Okay,
It
well then,
went through
my
her
bad.
vagina and killed her.
Next, we got DOA, Dead or Alive, at 34%, which is higher than some of the other shit you'll see on this list.
I just want to say this.
Especially
real
in
quick.
What?
Joel, fuck you for making me watch that movie.
What movie was that?
DOA, Dead or Alive.
Oh.
By the way, there are 404 titles on Rotten Tomatoes that have a 0% rating.
Obviously,
it.
we don't have time for that this week.
I'll do the top 10.
All
Did I
right.
finish?
Yeah, Phil, save that for next week's show. Trust me, I feel like we're gonna need it.
Yes. So after DOA, we got Postal, which brings the average back down with an 8. Can you see the trend here? Nobody's getting to 50%.
Uwe Boll owes somebody money.
Next, we have Resident Evil Extinction at 22, Hitman at 14.
Hey, Hitman wasn't that bad.
Sure. Tell
Didn't
that
we go see
to
that
everybody
theaters together,
else.
Laddie?
What was that?
Didn't we go see that together in theaters?
I can't. And we saw Hot Fuzz in theaters. I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember seeing Hitman.
I saw Hitman in theaters for sure because I came home from college with someone to go watch it, and I fell asleep.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was me.
Thanks for remembering our friendship.
Oh Jesus!
Next, we have In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale, which I never heard of, and apparently nobody else did because it's at a 4.
Yup.
Far Cry, which apparently was so bad it didn't get rated by him.
Ouch.
Max Payne at 16. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, which is at 6, and that's way too high. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time with a 36. Tekken, which also was so bad it didn't get rated apparently.
There was a Tekken movie.
And I've seen it.
Exactly. Resident Evil Afterlife at 23. Resident Evil Retribution at 31. Silent Hill Revelation at 5.
Wait, that movie doesn't deserve a 5. That is a solid 10, okay? I saw that. Sean Bean comes back. There's those creepy dolls. It's the perfect, like, the perfect 1 star on Netflix, okay? Watch it if it ever comes back.
Need for Speed at 23. That feels inflated.
I saw that on HBO, and that was a waste of my time.
Hitman Agent 47 at 8. Ratchet and Clank at 17.
There was a Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah, it just came out.
Last year. The second highest movie on this list, the Angry Birds movie,
Oh,
43.
Wow.
It's hard to count Angry Birds as a real video game.
It is, but it's on this list, so meh. Next is Warcraft at 28. Assassin's Creed at 17. And Resident Evil, the final chapter at 33. And there's also a shit ton of not yet released movies.
Video game related?
Yeah, Tomb Raider, Rampage, an untitled Sonic film.
Isn't The Rock in the new Rampage movie?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Minecraft has a movie coming out.
Mein Kampf has a movie?
Yes. Another Pokemon movie.
no, Jesus Christ!
There's a
Five
Warcraft
Nights at
sequel
Freddy's
coming.
has a movie.
Wait, what has a
Dragon-
movie?
There's a Warcraft sequel coming.
Why?
If there's a
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy's sequel and it's actually a scary movie and not some piece of shit for teenagers and weeaboos, I'll go fucking see it.
Yeah, that could be good.
Make
A
it
Dragon
violent.
Slayer movie, Just Cause movie, a Dead Space movie,
Did you say they're gonna make a Dragon's Lair movie?
Dragon Slayer. Yeah,
Why wouldn't you know what they should do is just take all the cutscenes from the Laserdisc game and put it in theaters?
I would gladly pay money for that.
How cool would it be if you got to play it on the big screen? The
That'd
crowd
be
has to
sweet
scream which
shit.
direction they go. Up! And then they move it up. That would
And then
be
they
really
die.
cool. Yeah.
There's also a Dead Space, Monster Hunter, and a Firewatch movie, and that's all that's announced so far.
Wow. I don't want to see any of those, really.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Dead Space movie.
I've never played the game, so I can't really.
I haven't either, but they're fucking creepy.
Yeah, they're creepy as fuck, and they're one of them movies. It actually got me to jump. Couple
That's not
times.
too hard to do. All right, Phil, do you have any other news?
No, that was all of my news.
All right, Coach Loudy, pick it up.
All right, I have one bit of news.
Better be the best bit of news I hear all goddamn day.
Oh,
Well, besides the fact that they're cutting funding to PBS, there is a new Muppet that has autism.
Okay.
Exactly. She was introduced on 60 Minutes here recently, but she's going to hit the street on April 10th. So the 60 Minutes thing was just an introduction. Her name is Julia.
Julia the autistic Muppet.
Exactly.
You're an autistic Muppet.
I see what you didn't do there, but anyways, let's see. Several viewers were cautiously optimistic about Julia's presence. Some hat-tipped Sesame Street for taking the time to work with experts to present Julia accurately and sensitively.
That's right. They
So,
went to their
I hope
basement
this-
with all the kids that have autism and went, let's see how they act.
I hope this backfires on them, like the episode. There's this unreleased episode of Sesame Street where they tried to deal with divorce. They tested it, and these kids cried, and they thought their own parents were getting divorced and shit. And like all these kids freaked out, so they never aired it. But you can look; it's a real thing. It was written about in a book. So maybe this will backfire in front of Sesame Street's face, like, hey. Julia the autistic Muppet is not liked by kids because she has a shitty hairdo. Like, let's just.
Hey, let's put a retard on TV.
How many
like,
people still watch Sesame Street?
more than watch this show. So
I figured all the kids be watching Dora the Explorer and Paw Patrol and shit in their pants.
boots, backpack, swiper no swiping. Like that's all I know about those shows.
Swipe these nuts, son. See what happens.
He's a monkey. That's bestiality, dude.
So, interspecies
So?
erotica.
Hey, real quick, this is on a quick tangent. I'm looking at Roseanne. She's got a blue rhinestone shirt and a blue jean jacket with brown tassels. That is the epitome of white trash in any decade.
Because she's ugly.
White trash.
This fucking show.
So I'll take it you don't like Roseanne.
No.
It was the show I used to turn off as a child. This and the Cosby Show are my two least favorite. Well, I hate the Cosby Show. This one's all right. The thing I didn't like about
I
Roseanne
love
is
the
everyone was
Cosby Show.
poor and looked so ugly. Like Becky, ugly. Darlene, ugly. DJ, ugly. Roseanne, ugly. John Goodman.
That was
John
the
Goodman.
That
point.
was the point.
That
They
they're-
were meant to
John
be.
Goodman.
They
It's
were
a-
meant to be trailer trash living in the ghetto.
There's no black people on the show.
Well, duh.
Oh, what? White people can't be ghetto?
It's Lanford, Illinois. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Black people tend to avoid out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean,
Look
Yeah.
at Get Out.
yeah, because they don't want to get hung from trees. Anyway, this show
Oh,
was just
Jesus.
never my cup of tea. I hated the theme song. I hated all the characters. And Becky
Roseanne.
was the worst fucking one. She was in love with some fucker named Mark, and then John Goodman got pissed off and punched a wall, and all kinds of shit happened. Like, look at
Roseanne
this.
missed that
the
one.
show I turned off as a child.
Seriously, like I'd be watching shit. Oh, Roseanne's on. No, Cosby Show's on. I know it's time to turn Fox off because Fox Kids would be like from 3 to 5. You get like an episode of Power Rangers, Batman, this, and that. And as soon as the Cosby Show hit, time to turn off TV. Because fuck you, Bill Cosby. I'm not.
Roseanne, better change the channel. Cosby Show's on. Well, Roseanne it is.
Yeah, Roseanne it is. Roseanne it is.
If you had to choose between which one you had to watch for the rest of eternity, and you had to
Roseanne.
choose one. Roseanne?
I can watch Roseanne nowadays because I've encountered a lot of white trash people, but back then I didn't know anybody like that, and it made me feel really uncomfortable.
Good job. Good job, Phil. You acclimated them.
Yeah,
I am the.
real life John.
Yeah, I like John Goodman.
Wait, his name's Dan Connor, not John Connor. Sorry, you are
John Connor.
You are not. Your mom has not been impregnated from a traveler from the future sent by you to protect.
Terminator's coming to kill me.
Oh, here's
Good.
the news. Did you hear they're gonna they canceled Terminator 6 and they're gonna go and reboot it with techno organic Terminators, no more metal bodies and all that shit.
God
Um,
damn.
I'm
Just
done.
Shoot me in the brain.
I will.
Okay.
Fuck you guys.
Boondock
Don't
Saints
threaten me with a
style,
good time.
Do you have any rope?
We need some fucking Rob.
So that was the news. Hopefully you're still listening to this episode. Now it's time for the great pop culture debate. Now the guys didn't know we were gonna have a debate tonight, but this should be a lot
God.
of fun.
Damn it.
No, Phil, you're gonna like this. If you had to shoot one celebrity out of a cannon and piss on their corpse, who would it be?
Justin
Melissa
Bieber.
McCarthy.
Wait.
Amy Schumer.
Okay, we got Amy Schumer, Melissa McCarthy, Dan,
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Okay. So the world is going to be a lot happier and lighter when they're all dead.
Jeff, who are you shooting out of a cannon?
Gwyneth Paltrow. No, that would be Dion's choice.
Nah, he wants to bang her.
You can bang her
Well,
after
he
she gets
can
shot out
bang
of a
the
cannon.
corpse.
I don't want to bang a corpse. I'll do her too. Like,
You're
Not
you're,
you.
Dion.
Yeah, but I'll bet
Okay,
Ford
fine.
kills her.
You fuck her before we put her in the cannon, and Dion can fuck her after she comes out of the cannon.
After I've come into her canon, sure, we'll do it that way.
Yeah, she,
Boom.
you're gonna abort it anyway, you know.
Well, we're gonna abort her, so it doesn't matter if she gets knocked up in the 30 seconds we bang. She's dead afterwards.
30 seconds, Jesus, man.
Oh, I'm gonna watch Iron Man 2 the whole time. I'm gonna get so
He's-
excited at the thought of the Avengers.
He's pre-gaming, dude.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm gonna throw a celebrity, or shoot a cannon, or shoot a celebrity out of a cannon and piss on a corpse.
You're gonna
wanna
shoot a
shoot
cannon out of
too.
a celebrity?
Dude, that'd be even
That
more
would be
entertaining.
impressive.
I know. I'm feeling like it's gonna be Howie Mandel, but I don't. He didn't do anything to me personally, so I'm gonna let Howie Mandel live.
Bobby's World.
I wouldn't shoot him out of the cannon. I would just make it really dirty and put him in it. Just a fucking.
God, I
Kill
feel
him,
such
you know?
a fucking germaphobe.
How should we torture celebrities? So Howie Mandel, oh dude, what we're gonna do is we're all gonna take massive shits and not wash our hands, and then we're just gonna go rub his face.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it without. You just standing in the crowd, right?
And
he,
that's
as he's coming past you, you know, he shakes everybody's hands or whatever, and he puts Purell on. Well, when you shake his hand, make sure that you can, like, get up on his wrist and everything with your, you know, your shit covered hand, and then you go, oh, by the way, I shit on my hand, and he'll freak the fuck out.
Would you like a chocolate covered pretzel, Howie?
I was about to do that.
You
And
mean
that's
it's
how we
pretty
do it.
big.
Oh,
If you really want to fuck with them, make sure there's no Purell at the end of the line either. No hand washing utensils whatsoever.
What we do is we have Phil hold him down, and people just rub their dicks on his forehead, and he freaks out.
Oh, God.
I haven't showered in a week, Howie. How's it smell?
Hot dog party.
You shake his hand with your shit covered hand, and then you sneeze in his face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I thought you shook his hand with your shit covered foot. I'm glad you explained this.
He's trying to get an excruciating detail so Howie Mandel can. You know what? If Howie Mandel ever hears this episode, he'll just go, "Oh God, I feel dirty."
Go
right
into such descriptive details.
Oh, dude, I had to explain to a woman at Kroger what that was from yesterday.
Oh, I'm sad for that woman.
Because I was getting checked out in the line, and all of a sudden she walks up to the cashier. She goes, "Do you know that My Name is Jeff meme?" I said, she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to the cashier. I went, "It's from 22 Jump Street." She goes, "How do you know?" I said, "Well, first off, my name's Jeff, so I would know things like that. Secondly, I've seen this movie."
She probably thought you were fucking with her. Hi, my name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
She goes, "Is it
Even all
really?"
you said.
I said, "Yeah, fucking, they're acting like fake Mexicans." And he goes, "This is Sleepy Man, the Mexican Wolverine." And he goes, "What's your
It
name?"
should have been.
"My name is Jeff." I explained the whole scene to him, acted it out, and they went, "Thank you."
You should have just stopped at this. How do you know what that's from? It's simple.
Oh, my name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff. That's how I know.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
You know what's funny is that never caught on. Like,
Bullshit. Your ringtone says that differently.
your ringtone on my phone is Axel F, like everyone else's.
Your ringtone on my phone is a fucking stupid ass rap version of My Name is Jeff.
I know it, and I love it.
Say Dan's is glorious.
How,
Damn right it.
Okay, here we go. How would we torture other celebrities? Like, okay, so Howie Mandel, we would just not wash our hands after massive dumps. And make sure we have long fingernails, and we don't shave, and we sneeze in his face as we have to, like, forcefully make him shake our hands.
Amy Schumer, we would buy all the tickets to her show so she thinks it's like a big crowd, and then she just sees us not laughing.
Well, I mean...
No,
it's
no,
like-
time out. I don't want to buy the tickets to her thing because then she gets our money. Fuck that bitch. She doesn't get a fucking penny of my money.
What we do is we take her, we kidnap her, we tie her
Yes.
to a bed truck, or truck bed,
Uh-huh.
and we power wash her vagina.
Oh, God.
That way, when she makes stupid jokes about, "Hey, my cunt's dirty," like, we just spray the shit out and Purell it, and we take
Not
all the
anymore.
shit- Yeah, we're like, "Hey, you don't have a joke anymore because we've cleaned your vagina out to a point where it won't heal. It's so medically clean that it's like a scab."
So we make her pussy Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's
Jesus
it's already
Christ.
equally bald, so whatever.
Oh.
Oh. Is that a fitting end to Amy Schumer's career?
Well, no, because she's still alive.
Yeah.
We're not going to murder
Shoot-
these people. We want
shoot
to
her out of
explain
a-
their lives.
Why?
Shoot her out of a cannon.
That's my celebrity. I'll shoot her out of a cannon and go, "Ha!" And I'll tell her a joke she stole from somebody. I'll steal.
Good luck picking one.
I'll pick a Dane Cook joke that he stole from Louis C.K. It would be like Inception. You know,
What you need to do is make her listen to Carlos Mencia.
Who stole all of his jokes and just gives them a Mexican accent.
Exactly.
I hate that guy.
Don't hold back. How do you really feel?
He's better than Gabriel Iglesias, but not by much.
You don't like Fluffy?
No.
The hell?
I don't
What
know.
the
We need
fuck was that?
this. So, can you think of one more celebrity to torture? Because we got to do everything in threes, like Charlie's mom.
Madonna.
What?
No, better Meryl Streep.
We torture by Madonna by having her listen to Madonna.
No.
No,
Torture complete.
What you do to Meryl Streep is you make her watch Donald Trump videos.
That and you get the Academy to revoke all of her Oscars.
You're
Guys,
fake
it's
news.
gonna be huge. We're gonna
You're
get rid of
fake
all of
news.
awards, and it's gonna be huge.
I'm gonna give all the awards personally. I know everything about the awards.
Guys, I know everything there is to know about the awards. All right, I am the one who made the awards, so we're just gonna take them all away, all away.
I know more about the awards than the award people know themselves personally. I know these things.
Well, it's
We-
it's rhetoric like that made him the president. So hopefully, I can just start spouting off random bullshit like him and be a billionaire.
Dude, it's gonna
I
be
wa-
world class.
I watched 15 minutes of Dana Carvey's stand-up special on Netflix, and he does Donald Trump impressions for the first 10 minutes, and they're fucking hilarious.
I love Dana Carvey.
Phil, with your sound effects, make them stop.
Oh, I thought it was muted. Sorry.
No, not at all.
Not
You're
at
the-
all.
You're the exact opposite of muted right now. Okay, you're fake news.
Fake news.
You
This is
garbage
huge
trash.
because Phil has been producing nothing but fake news.
Shut up, Bird.
I love how that's your only thing. Get something else, man.
Shut up, faggot.
Every time you say
Okay,
"shut
great.
up, bird,"
Oh,
every
man.
time you say "shut up, bird," Loudy gets to say butt stuff and go Bucks one more time on their trip.
Now,
Well,
why
I
would you give
mean,
him
so
that?
so if that's the case, let's go back how many times he's said that in the past month. Because
Hey,
that's
No,
a
it
fuck
starts now,
ton.
faggot.
Hey, here's
No,
how it goes.
fucker.
You've both canceled each other out, and you both just shut the fuck up for 2 weeks.
No.
Okay.
Starting now. Perfect. I love this episode.
So
I
Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well. It's a light world class bullshitters, but you know what? I feel like we're pulling through. We're persevering. We got two silent assholes.
You know what I think?
What?
You're fake news.
I never claimed to be any news. I'm not news.
That's why you're fake news, because you're not real news.
So, what are we going to talk about now? See, listeners, we're normally not this shitty, but 3 people canceled on the show tonight. One of them was important. The other 2 just did. And we're kind of left high and dry. So, thanks to that, this episode is going to be kind of short and kind of weird. So, like I said, I hope this is not your first experience with World Class Bullshitters, because I should just put the dumbest title card up on this so no one watches this video. I should title it, "Don't watch this episode of World Class Bullshitters. It's pure bullshit and not world class." There we go.
Dude, you should make that the video title. Reverse psychology. Everybody will fucking watch it.
They're going to be like, "This podcast is terrible." I'm just going to call it like, Fags Are Us or something. No one will click on it.
Merp, merp.
Yeah. So, let's just do some fan mail and put this baby to bed. Put it out of its misery. Because, look it, next week's show will be just as bad, but it'll have more shit to talk about, and you'll probably laugh a lot harder.
Ooh yeah.
Okay, so, over on our YouTube channel, we have put out quite a few videos since we've last met for World Class Bullshitters. And they're doing alright. As soon as my computer wants to stop being a bitch, I will read you some of our comments from this week's show.
You'll get used to that. My computer does that all the time.
Okay, so, episode 64 of World Class Bullshitters was titled, "I Wonder If This Woman Can Carry a Film." We will find out in 2 months and some days. You know what I love about our listeners? They all are very supportive. They give us a thumbs up. There's one asshole that thumbs down every video. I have a feeling it's the guy that I probably called out on air. He stays subscribed to our channel just to thumbs down us, and I don't care.
You know what?
Well-
He's fake news.
Loudy will find you and he will kill you.
No, it's not going to be me. It'll probably be Not Your Father's Clitoris Challenge.
That
With
dude's
butt
my hero.
stuff.
All
I
right, so
could be your hero, baby.
no one wants you to save him, Phil. Anyway, Christopher Littleton says, I remember listening to that drunk commentary and Phil was ripping that piece of shit and now he's praising it. But what the... I don't know what movie he's talking about.
It's talking about Batman vs Superman.
Oh, okay.
That's what we talked about last week.
Here's the thing. I do so much for this
I
fucking
didn't, and
show,
I never
barely remember what we
praised
do
it.
when we're done. What?
I never praised it.
Well, here's the beauty of the internet. People, if you want to hear Phil praise Batman v Superman, just go back to last week's episode, help it get to 1,000 views, and say, hey, Phil, I told you so. Oh, wow, okay, so Not Your Father's Clitoris Challenge. You may not like him anymore, Phil. He says, Phil is a diabetic flip-flop who has no feet.
Damn.
That might be the greatest mean thing I've ever heard anyone say about a friend of mine. You're a diabetic flip-flop with no feet. Hey, funny thing is you won't need flip-flops without feet. Thank you, Not Your Father's Challenge.
I've got 1 foot.
Up your ass.
In the grave.
Burn. Okay, Justin B6699 had a couple comments. He says he recommends Podbean for our show, which I do too, because Podbean, we have some good licensed music, and we can... I'm getting an echo from somebody. And we're able to just do more with it. There's a couple jokes I'm able to sneak in after the fact, because World Class Bullshitters, I kind of got to put it out right away, or else no one watches it. So it's kind of a hack job each week. With Podbean, I can take a little more time. I can breathe. How do you let an ass breathe? Anyway. Let's see. He's got ideas for a Patreon, which will be coming out.
I could never breathe.
That's true. That's why you're going to have a movie poster titled Can't Breathe.
Yo, it's... Ugh.
Okay, Reality's Frank. He's calling it now. Coming to America 2 will be a Green Hornet-style spoof of Black Panther. I'd watch that.
I actually might enjoy that.
Joseph Dooley says Jennifer Lawrence is overrated. She acts well in David Russell movies, but not anything else. Maybe because David O. Russell's fucking her.
Maybe. I feel like she plays almost the same thing in most of her movies.
I bet she's acting during the fucking also. You're so good.
Oh, David. Oh, David.
She's she's phoning it in just like she did in fucking X-Men.
Well, that's what
You're so...
David O. Russell stands for. Oh.
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 You're so good. Give me $100 million for
Oh,
your
you're
next
so
movie.
fake news.
I need somebody to do a voice, the lady from Ghostbusters, like, oh, Ghostbusters, like, you know, have her...
Ow, Ghostbusters.
Could you imagine...
Oh,
it's
Ghostbusters.
just Annie Potts' voice coming out of any woman just going, ow, 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 ow.
It sounds like the old voice speech feature that were on those old ass computers. Give you the fucking monotone voice whenever you typed in a word.
This is Microsoft Sam. Fuck me harder, Peter. Fuck me harder.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Oh.
All right, Liquid Metal Pro says hashtag bring... not hashtag. Hashtag. I like
Hashtag.
Poontang.
Hashtag Liquid Metal... No, crap. I'm going to read this again one more time. Hashtag bring back Parkinson's and hashtag go gay for Gosling. Well, Liquid Metal Pro, in the description for this video, there will be a link to Incarnate Studios. Make sure you pick up a Gay for Gosling t-shirt, because if I may say, it's a good-looking shirt. Like most people say, he's a good-looking man. No filter.
Just Dustin says that.
And Dion.
No, Dion said that. Hashtag Dion.
Hashtag. No filter says he loves the intro for this week or last week's show. You know what? I'm gonna put it on this week's show. It'll be an extra minute of content you can listen or look at our glorious faces.
Glorious.
That was an enjoyable intro.
Andrew Hart says, I think base George Carlin would be a fan of World Class Bullshitters, as he said he admired people who didn't give a shit. And
Yes.
Father's Clitoris Challenge. All praise based Carlin.
We now are being followed by George Carlin on Twitter.
Oh.
At George Carlin.
Ah,
I think his last tweet said, "I'm not dead yet, bitch."
I regret Thomas the Tank Engine. This comes from the Quantum 09. Batman v Superman didn't get better. You just got numb to it. Numb was in capital letters. I was trying to give you guys the full experience of reading the comment. Thank you.
Hashtag
Hashtag. I wish hashtag was a thing.
It is now.
It is now. Hashtag World Class Bullshitters.
Hashtag.
Fanboy Critic Movies says South Park for me, and the best straight-to-DVD movie is The Curse of Chucky. Can't wait for Cult. I guess there's Cult of Chucky, which is going to be the 6th or 7th Chucky movie.
It's the Cult of Chucky.
I think that's the 7th. I'll look it up.
Nathan Simmons asked us to see the Power Rangers movie. No.
No.
You know what, Nathan? Nathan sent me some really funny fucking messages. I'm not gonna read them on air, but they made me laugh, dude. And you know what you sent. But
Cult of Chucky is the 7th.
okay, Nathan. By the way, if you see the Power Rangers movie and you think it's shit, if you in the comments section of this video tell us what you thought of it, I will read the entire review next week. Excuse me, in 2 weeks. So you do that, and we'll do that for you. Kendo Slice, by the way, is becoming one of my favorite listeners because that dude follows us on Podbean, and if you listen to the show and you're not follow us on, I can't even speak right now, following us on Podbean, then maybe you should because, like I said, we're awesome on Podbean, and you can take it on the go, and it's better than YouTube. No ads. There you go.
No ads.
No ads on Podbean. Hell, I pay to be on Podbean, so I'm losing money for you to listen to us on another platform. You know what? Listen to us on both platforms if you really want to help us out. Kendo Slice says he would wear a Heimdall shirt pretty much anywhere. I'm not picky and don't really care. If anything, it'll be funny to see people's reactions. Brian Lape says he's glad to be such an inspiration for comedy. Brian Lape, you are the inspiration for many a thing here at the World Class Bullshitters office, so thank you. Augs for President recently got a Twitter, and he's been retweeting all the WCBS posts. Augs for President, you are the president of our fan club, and as always, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And I like all your artwork that you keep posting on Instagram. These days, we'll shoot some emails back and forth about art and cool shit like that. So just keep on drawing. I do. Let's see. Liquid Metal Pro was telling us about the page leaks. Liquid Metal Pro, let me tell you something. On the official World Class Bullshitters Facebook Messenger, all we did for like 3 days is post the page and all the WWE new Diva leaks. And Phil almost wrecked the car twice because he was so focused on finding new photos. So there is no other group of guys so dedicated to looking at famous pussy on the internet than World Class Bullshitters.
I'm just glad Phil's
right.
here.
I agree with you, Jeff.
And I would like to give Phil a shout out this week because we were in Atlanta, a city with some of the best strip clubs in America, and he didn't go.
Wait, you guys didn't go to Magic City?
No. Your mom wasn't working, so we didn't go.
No, my mom's not black, so she wouldn't be working.
Wait, she's not? Then
No.
who's that lady in your kitchen?
Oh, I don't know.
We need to talk, all right?
I thought he was robbing your place, dude.
Damn.
I was robbing the black lady's pussy. Anyway, Lex Rage, who also is one of my newer favorite listeners, he says, that Gal Gadot actress looks like a goddamn South American forecaster without fake tits. The first time I saw her as Wonder Woman, I thought, she's more of a model than an Amazon. She's really skinny. I didn't ask for a beefy actress, of course. She's not Power Girl, which is fucking hot, by the way. But still, a bit of meat around the bones would have been cool. And then he wrote us a lot. And by the way, I personally read all these. I just feel like it would be too much to read all this. But please, leave long comments. He says he doesn't like Jennifer Lawrence. He hates her facial expressions. She has no charisma. He compares her to a ball of dough, which I agree. Her cheeks look like a ball of dough, too, man. Like,
A ball of Gal Gadot.
ooh,
Ba-da-ba-dum.
I like that. All right. He doesn't really watch a lot of the TV shows that we were talking about last week. South Park, King of the Hill, all that shit. He does not agree that episode 1 is better than episode 2, which is fine. I don't like them that much either, but still, episode 1 has better music and a better lightsaber duel. And what else? He says he's still waiting for his goddamn hand job. Well, that's Dion's department, and he's slacking. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to give you all Dion's...
Coming.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys Dion's address, okay? And whatever you get is up to you and Dion. But make sure you send pictures and retweet them and send them to the World Class Bullshitters Instagram.
And whatever you do, make sure Dion smiles. He doesn't like smiling in those pictures.
Now, he but he will smile as he jerks off your dick. He will wear a satin glove. All right, Brian Lape says The Matrix 2 and 3 had one good thing about them, Monica Bellucci. And then he says, okay, maybe it's two good things, or, well, maybe three good things. So, that's that.
See what he did there.
Augs for President says we don't need his permission to beat the living shit out of Dion. He asks us to film it. So Augs for President is apparently a fan of the Rodney King beatings from the early 90s. So
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Augs. We learned a lot about you today, dude. Let's see. Or Augs for President also liked last week's show. He said it's one of our greatest episodes. So again, thank you, Augs for President. I guess we did a good job. Tyro Apache says Emma Watson has no body at all. And then Lex Rage responds, I think Emma Watson's kind of cute for a man.
Oh, man.
Sounds like a Curtis response.
I know.
Lex Rage reminds me of this one guy I watch on YouTube. Every time I see his comments, I imagine it's him. Let's see. How come Dan and Loudy sound the same? I don't know.
Because they're both rapists?
We white, we Ben Affleck.
And then Hugs for President says, I thought it was Dan for most of the Beverly Hills Cop commentary.
Woo! It was.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And then Brian Lape says, Dan is a lot more nasally and uses the inhaler from time to time.
Yeah, time to time means all the time.
It's inhaler time all the time.
Let's see. Grunthly says, you guys should do a special Patreon hangout for patrons. We will do that. Dark Knight says he's on Podbean. Yes, Dark Knight, and we'll give you a shout out because I see that you follow, so I appreciate that. Let's see. That's looking like, is that all the comments? We had a couple hundred, it looked like. Oh, Dark Knight also says he would love to meet Curtis. He sounds cool.
Nobody wants to meet Curtis.
He obviously doesn't know Curtis.
I mean, if you want a blowjob, sure.
Just can't stop looking at all those dicks.
Let's see. Not Your Father's Clearest Challenge. I don't agree with Coach Loudy. I'll take The Simpsons over South Park any day of the week. You dirty fucking Jew. Oh.
Jesus. I used to like Not Your Father's Clitoris Challenge.
And now you love
he
him.
thinks I'm a Jew.
Let's
You know what? I might ask him to have my kids.
Oh.
Biggest question right now, okay?
Yeah.
Did Brian Lape comment which one he liked more?
Yes, he did. He agrees that King of the Hill is better, like I originally said. But then, at the end of the day, he picks The Simpsons.
I knew it.
Dark Knight has just said he's glad he found us. I'm glad you found us, sir. Crimson Swing says SJWs are cancer to everything they touch. Fuck those SJWs. They should fall off a cliff. A cliff is kind of light. I think they should be rocketed into orbit and just, burn on re-entry. But whatever.
Did you just assume their death?
Joe, you son of a bitch.
I dictated it.
Dick.
Here's a great comment.
Dick? Triggered.
The Dark Knight. Okay, this is a response. The only way I'll watch a female version of The Matrix is instead of bending backwards to dodge bullets, they bend forward and take it up the ass.
I'd buy that for $1.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
All right. Not Your Father's Clitoris Challenge would also buy a rape t-shirt. Okay. And Kendo Slice gets the final comment with, Happy Bullshit Friday, everyone. So, this has been episode 65 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you liked this episode, why did you like this episode? I want to ask. This is. I don't know how to describe this week's show. It's reaction to real life. So,
if you like this episode, leave a comment why you like this episode so that we can go, why?
If you like this episode legitimately, I thank you as a World Class Bullshitters fan because we were not on today. Sorry. But we'll be back next week with some more shit. So, if you liked this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, completely understand. I expect more than one thumbs down this week. It'd be funny if the guy that hates us didn't give us a thumbs down this week.
You know what? Hold on.
He thumbs up their video.
If you're the guy that thumbs down, please just comment, because I really want to fucking know who you are.
That's not going to work, because everybody's going to say, I'm the guy that did it.
I'm Spartacus.
No, we got some good listeners. They wouldn't thumbs us down just to, they'd be like,
I'm Spartacus.
Yeah.
This
I'm wrong.
is Sparta.
Hashtag Spartacus.
But anyway.
Hashtag.
If you like this video, thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't matter. This is a shit one. Also, we're over on Podbean. Some of the best episodes are over on Podbean. And listen to that. Take it on the go. No advertisements. By the way,
Bestpodbean.com.
to help this show out, go over to incarnatestudios.com, and there's a hyphen between the word incarnate and studios, and pick up a t-shirt. Go gay for Gosling this week. Just let it rain down on your face. That rainbow of cum-colored glory that is Ryan Gosling is going to make you really popular with all the ladies.
And don't forget the goddamn hyphen.
Don't forget that goddamn hyphen.
.com.
Thirdly, we have email. So we are worldclassbs@mail.com, the best mail.
.com. Fuck you, Loudy Mine.
I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I'm not Dion Green.
You're Dion White.
I'm Coach Loudy, and I have 2 feet.
I'm a man and I don't have a plan or a tan.
All right. I'm going to go take a shit, and then we're going to record next week's episode. We'll see you later.
Works for me.
Oh, I think